The Angel of the Akatsuki, Konan. She is known for being one of the original members of the Akatsuki and the childhood friend of Naruto, who is also known as Pain. She's one of those characters that would be hard to scale because of her lack of showings in this series, but there are a few things about Konan that I think are worth mentioning that can provide a fair assessment to her overall power. So due to being a member of the Akatsuki, Konan is a highly skilled shinobi, capable of taking down the Jinchuriki. She also possesses unique jutsu that is revolved around paper, and throughout the series she is shown to be very versatile with them, being able to use it offensively and defensively. She's able to create weapons such as shurikens and spears, use the paper as a shield, transform her entire body into paper, making it harder to damage her. She can create paper clones and wings that allow her to fly. She could combo this jutsu with paper bombs, and she could also use it to suffocate shinobi as well. Her most impressive uses of this jutsu is when she made a sea of 6 billion paper bombs that were used in an attempt to kill Obito Uchiha. This forced him to use the Izanagi, one of the Uchiha clan's forbidden genjutsus. It allows the caster to change his or her fate by turning any life-threatening injury or their death into an illusion, which is very impressive on her part because usually Obito will rely on Kamui to prevent any kind of damage. In the anime, we see that she was able to overpower Jiraiya's fire style jutsu, which is impressive considering it was coming from the Sannin of all people, showing that her attack potency is no joke. Even Obito admitted that if he took damage from her paper bombs that it would have been bad. This would place her AP much greater than the likes of Soigetsu and his Executioner's Blade, where Obito was able to stop it with just his arm. And keep in mind that Obito is considered one of the stronger Akatsuki members. But this doesn't do her much justice as she wasn't holding back against Jiraiya. Prior to this encounter, Pain gives her the okay to kill him if she could. Konan even tells Pain that she could handle him alone, meaning that she was confident in her ability to take down a powerful shinobi like Jiraiya, but he easily subdues her in less than a minute. Now the reason why it was so easy for him is because he had the perfect counter against Konan, being the oil. So if the other Sannin would have fought her, she probably wouldn't be as easy to take down. And she didn't use her paper bombs, which could have turned the tide of the fight greatly, as Jiraiya has by far some of the worst durability in all of Naruto. But on the flip side, Konan couldn't react to his oil attack, and she was trying her best, so I can't really say she scales to the Sannin. It's really hard to scale her around this level without more information. However, we are shown that she is definitely stronger than an average shinobi, as during Pain's attack on Konoha, she takes down multiple shinobi and even fought against members of the Abirame clan. Although we don't know how strong these opponents were, they were probably just Jonin level ninja, which isn't much to be impressed by, considering that even the likes of Hidan could take on some of the top Jonin in the Hidden Leaf. Now many try to upscale Konan by using her fight against Obito. Even though she does damage to him, people forget the context to why he got hit. Obito openly admits that he was underestimating her from the start, which allowed Konan to damage him due to his carelessness. So many people like to ignore or even argue against this statement. It's like when people say that Kakashi was able to beat Obito, even though he later states that he allowed him to run Raikiri through his heart. Like, it makes no sense to why people try to argue against his claim. Especially right after failing to kill Obito, Konan tries to fight him head on, and during their short scuffle, Obito was able to easily, with one arm, outmaneuver and overpower her. And this is when he is taking her seriously. Now of course people will argue that she is fatigued due to her using the Sacred Paper Emissary Jutsu, but you must realize that even before using this jutsu, she didn't think she could take down Obito without sacrificing herself in the process. Understand that in the past she has shown to be confident in her skills to defeat any foe that she came across, so for her to consider sacrificing herself in order to take out Obito should tell us that the difference in strength between them was wide. To prove my point even further, let's look into when she used her Sacred Paper Emissary Jutsu. Now, this was the only move she had that made her a serious threat to Obito, but the issue is she needed prep time in order to set it up. Many try and argue that due to us not seeing her prepping the jutsu, we cannot say for a fact that it took her time to set it up, or that she even needed to set it up. I've also seen some say that she turned the water into paper bombs, which is a crazy claim to make, but neither of those things are true. In the manga, there are multiple statements made by Konan that mentions how she was preparing for Obito's arrival and how she ran through multiple simulations in order to make sure that the jutsu would kill him. In the data book, there is a scene from the manga that shows Konan saying that she prepared all the bombs for Obito, meaning that there was some setting up when it came to this jutsu. And it's also stated that the jutsu could take shape of earth and water, meaning that the paper bombs were being camouflaged to look like water so that Obito wouldn't notice. It's similar to how Konan created a large tree out of paper in the forest to serve as Nagato's base of operations during his fight against Sage Mode Naruto, so this should end both of those ridiculous claims about Konan. There's also the fact that over the years she has been watching Obito use Kamui and was analyzing it, so that she can learn some of its biggest flaws, which is important to keep in mind because without that information, she would not have been able to develop the jutsu that would have led to his defeat, which means that she didn't just need prep time for the jutsu, but to overall stand a chance against Obito. So basically, prep time made Konan Shikamaru look stronger than she actually was. It's similar to how Shikamaru was able to defeat Hidan, even though he was so much stronger in comparison. Overall, she does not scale to Obito in the slightest. But don't get me wrong, Konan is very powerful. Her AP definitely makes her a threat to a lot of people in Naruto, but due to her lack of showings, it's hard to say that she is stronger than most Akatsuki members. You could try to use the creation of the Akatsuki movie to place Konan above the likes of Sasori and possibly even Deidara, but this really depends on if you consider it canon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.